I now give the floor to the Russian Federation.
Thank you, President. For yet another consecutive year, the General Assembly has before it the draft resolution that we are considering today. Its authors continually state that the motivation for this initiative is the concern for the needs of those who, as a result of armed conflict, have lost their homes, means for survival, and were forced to leave their area of permanent residence. However, this draft, like its predecessors, is simply politicized. The authors of the project are not interested in the real needs and concerns of the populations in Abkhazia and South Ossetia. Tbilisi is trying to achieve their own political goals using the humanitarian issue and speculating on the fate of people, Georgians, Abkhazians, Ossetians, and representatives of other nationalities who have suffered as a result of nationalist and aggressive policies of the then Georgian authorities, including in 2008. Rather than direct substantive dialogue with Sukhumi and Tskhinvali in Geneva, Tbilisi continues the practice of defaming their opponents in international fora, where Abkhazia and South Ossetia are not represented. Tbilisi so far is refusing to sign an agreement with Sukhumi and Tskhinvali on the non-use of force, in the light of which we cannot take Georgia's calls for peace and trust as sincere. These actions of the Georgian authorities lead to an aggravation of the situation in the region, stalling a solution to the real problem of refugees and undermining trust between parties. Today, we need to be discussing peaceful coexistence in the region, taking into account modern geopolitical realia. For Georgia, it is time to choose constructive discussion of humanitarian issues, rather than groundless and senseless attacks on Sukhumi and Tskhinvali in international fora. The draft resolution before the General Assembly is not objective and pursues narrow political interests of only one party to the conflict. It does not enable us to normalize the situation in the region, and nor will it establish contact and neighbourly relations between Abkhazia, South Ossetia, and Georgia. This is a key tenet of solving the issue of refugees, which many have mentioned today. President, with this in mind, the delegation of the Russian Federation would call for a vote on the draft resolution A/72/L55 and will vote against this text. We would call on other delegations who do not want to see the work of the General Assembly politicized to not support this initiative. Thank you very much, President.
I thank the Russian Federation.